Hello, hello. So, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Blockchain Game Alliance. And for this week, we have some new and exciting projects for you to check out. We are joined here today with Chandler, Gleb, and of course, Jordy or Hordy. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. So, hey, everyone. Hey, guys. How are we feeling today?
Super excited to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, so we've got some very new exciting projects for you here, guys, today. We've got Opti Games, Union Avatars, and of course, for those who have been watching us since on May the 2nd, we have Reown. So, yes. So, before we start, we have some exciting new projects for you today. And first up on our list, we have Chandler Tomlinson. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. My apologies, Tom. My apologies, Chandler. So yeah, Chandler. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself and of course about Sparkball?
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me this morning. Super excited to be here. Sparkball is usually described as League of Legends meets Rocket League or FIFA, but you kill each other. So imagine you pick a League of Legends hero and then drop into FIFA and then just launch fireballs at each other while trying to score goals. So it's super fun, competitive 4v4 multiplayer game, kind of esports-ish. We just launched our preseason event where your goal is basically to go around the space and make friends. We thought that there was a little too much toxicity and greed in the space right now, so we said, why not make everybody friends? So that's what we're going for, and excited to show some gameplay off today.
Awesome, thank you very much. Yes, we're super excited as well. I think I've heard of Sparkball before. I'm just not quite sure, but it's one of those Web3 games that has been on my radar, but I haven't checked it out personally myself. So yeah, super excited to check out Sparkball. If you can show us a bit of gameplay, how it works, and yeah, just excited to see how it goes.
Love it. Okay, I just got notification that we need to remake this lobby real quick, but if you give me 60 seconds, we should be good to go.
Sure, no problem.
And then I'll share out here. All right, so we are going to do a quick, just one round of gameplay. So Sparkball is typically 3 rounds. It's best of 3 rounds. Each round usually takes between like 3 to 6 minutes ish, and the round ends on scoring a goal. So I'll do my best to commentate while we're running through this.
Just a quick question, Chandler. How long does one game actually?
Yeah, so if a game goes all 3 rounds, it's about 15 to 20 minutes. And if it just goes the 2 rounds, like if the same team wins both rounds, then it's usually under 10 minutes.
Well, I got some good news for you. Since there's 3 of us, each of us is going to have at least 15 minutes of screen time. So I guess
it really depends on how sweaty one game gets. So if it gets really close and everybody's back and forth, usually it's a tight match and times go a little longer. Yeah, well, I'll keep an eye on time and make sure we get it done. But as you can see here, it's 4v4. So this is my team right here. We have a little some time to throw the ball around, test our abilities. I'm playing a character called Hot Paws, which is a big tanky guy. He can actually knock people around and stun them by jumping on them. And you can see the ball down here. So our goal is to throw this ball around and eventually score in the final goal. So you'll see me pass to the teammates while fighting at the same time. So we'll all run to the middle here, and a ball is going to spawn, and our goal is to throw the ball inside this turret here.
I must ask, is the game on mobile or is it downloadable through desktop? Or
this is on Steam. We already have agreements and like an investment from Microsoft to be on Xbox as well. And we'll be on mobile eventually, but we really wanted to go PC first.
Hey, that's awesome. It's actually quite difficult to get, these games on different platforms, especially with the legal side. I know I have tried setting up a game myself with my previous company, but anyway, yeah, pretty cool. It's on Steam. So
yeah, something that we realized pretty early on is we're a competitive multiplayer game. Any type of Web3 elements that you try to add are pretty risky. Like you can't add pay to win, you can't add play to go fast, anything like that. So we realized that we wanted to completely split the Web3 elements from the game itself. So there's actually no NFTs, no blockchain at all in the game. What we've done is we've built basically like an economic metagame that sits on top of Sparkball. So if you think about it in terms of like, you don't just play soccer, you also watch it and wager on it. And you can create leagues, you have merch around soccer. So that's kind of what we call Sparkadia, and that's where all the Web3 elements come in. So that's how we've been able to get on Steam.
It's actually awesome and a pretty smart decision too, because most of the people who've actually played Web3 games, they only just play for the earning side of things. Yes.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, obviously, we're trying to change that. I think Sparkball can exist as a game on its own, and I think we've been really fortunate in that. We have a pretty unique game loop. So this isn't like hey, this is Overwatch with Web3 elements. This is a World of Warcraft with Web3 elements or whatever it is. So we really, really want to be able to live on the Web2 side. We're actually doing Steam Next Fest in a week and a half. So really, really excited about that for sure.
So it's a Web2 game with some Web3 elements.
With an economic metagame that sits on top of it, basically. So we always say that your knowledge of Sparkball is what helps you earn. So for example, our first rollout is AI versus AI matches, and you can actually do prop betting. So if you're familiar with like Prize Picks or FanDuel, you can do prop betting based on the AI versus AI matches. So like, hey, is Inksy going to score over or under 10 kills? And you can basically link up stats from there. So I haven't commentated on the game at all, but you can see we're basically going back and forth. My team just killed the tower. So the game works in two phases. It's the tower phase and then the goal phase. We just finished the tower phase. The other team has not killed our tower. You can see this 65% up here. That was a really nice pass from my teammate right there. Really nice knock up. I think we're probably going to win off this. So you can see my team just comboed a bunch of abilities and we're just destroying them in front of the goal. And then we'll have an open goal. And now we just get to kind of wrap up the game here. Unless they come back. We might die here. I might have spoke too soon. I think I spoke too soon.
The game heavily reminds me of Pokemon Unite and Brawl Stars.
We get that a lot. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a game called Battle Right that came out. Anybody that knows it will remember it and instantly be like, oh my God, yeah, Battle Right. And it was basically the controls and the combat were amazing in it, but the game mode, it was just a 3v3 team deathmatch. I think when we saw that, we said, wow, there's really, really something to this combat, but this game mode gets old really, really fast. And so we said, well, what if we put a ball in it? And it's kind of, that's where Sparkball was born. So we just call this balancing ballin' and brawlin'. So you can see that I'm doing a mix of both fighting and blocking the ball. So Chili just missed that shot right there. So we defend the ball, but we're also fighting at the same time. And we have some people in this game that will only focus the ball. And then we have some people that will only fight and never touch the ball. So both strategies work, and it's usually the mix of both things that make you good. So we're going to make another push here at this goal. We died the first time, and it looks like we're probably going to die again.
So does the game have different, what do you call this one, types of like heroes, or as you call it, champions? Sorry.
Yeah, for sure. So if you played League of Legends or Dota or any hero MOBA, super similar. Every character has unique abilities, unique auto attacks, all that good stuff. What's really interesting with Sparkball is that each hero, the abilities don't interact with the ball directly, but you can move people around and use your abilities with the ball. So for example, my character has a knockback that can move people out of the way. And so what you'll probably see at some point in this game is me knocking everybody out of the way of the goal and scoring based on me moving them. And you can also see I just like knock people back, set them way back when we might win off this. Except I missed that shot. So this goal is now open and we have 11 seconds to score to win the round. If we score, we win the round. Yeah, they just completely left the goal open there for some reason. Okay, time check. Should we finish the next round?
We got 5 minutes left. I don't know if you want to still take a go at it.
I mean, I want to finish the round to play, but happy whatever's easiest for you guys this time on that one.
Yeah, but the game is actually pretty good. I can see a lot of effort has been put in into the game with the smooth animations when you score a goal. So I think that's pretty cool as well.
I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, we just launched our preseason event. So if you go to sparkball.gg, you'll be able to sign up there and get started. We host usually 1 or 2 game nights a day. I think there's actually one ongoing right now with games.gg. So if you guys like what you see and you want to go play, just go head over to games.gg and play. And then I also think we're hosting an internal game night in 3 hours. So plenty of opportunities to play the game if you've never played it. It's great for new players as well. So come check it out sometime this week.
Yeah, I just added it to my wish list on Steam. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Thank you. That's exactly what we're pushing for right now. Thank you.
The tank is OP in my opinion. He's so big, he knocks out all of the other players.
Usually our team is winning a little right now, so it's a little easier, but they're going to start melting me pretty soon. They've got 2 really high damage characters with this one is Vexa.
Does the game also have in-game items that you can buy?
Yeah, it does. So I have on auto buy because it's really hard to talk and play at the same time. But if you hit P when you're in game, you can open up the shop and you can see I've bought 3 items here. We don't take, like, for example, again, if you're familiar with League of Legends, items aren't that complicated. We don't do recipes or anything. But it does add a little bit of an extra dimension. So, like, if you get a lot of kills, you will be ahead of everybody else.
So items don't basically affect the whole gameplay per se. They just add, like enhance the gameplay or something like that.
Yeah, they just make your character a little stronger. Like you can see all of my items are green, which means they're all health based. I think I can kill this guy right here. Nice. So now my job is to protect this goal right here. So yeah, items, you can see like we have all damage items and then all health items. And so it just makes your character slightly stronger and gives little passive effects.
I love how it looks very similar to the items in League of Legends. And I know I get people complain a lot, especially with playing Euro 2. A character will get OP if they have like a full set of items, even they're very underpowered, under-leveled. But the same is not the same cannot be said for League. Even if you have like full set of items, but if your gameplay is crappy, then you're not going to win in the long run.
Yeah, I think something that we benefit from a lot is, or maybe I'll describe it this way. I think one of the big issues with League that you fall behind and you get behind the item curve and then you just feel miserable the whole game. We're not quite as snowbally, but I think something that helps us a lot is you can always do something that's super, super impactful in this game. So all it takes is one good shot, one good pass, and it doesn't really matter how many items you have to make a good pass. It doesn't really matter how many items you have to make a good save. And so there's multiple ways to be good at this game. And you never feel super, super behind where you just kind of want to quit and you walk away from the game just feeling really salty. That's something we take really seriously. We always say that our goal with Sparkball is to have you walk away happier after playing. And obviously for any League of Legends players, you're usually not happy after you play League of Legends. We still play it, don't get me wrong. I love League of Legends, but you just walk away in a bad mood usually. And that's something we really, really wanted to fix.
I say you summarize every every experience with players and as well. So yeah, I think the game is actually pretty cool. So it's free on Steam. Yeah. I was gonna ask a question, but I think I forgot.
I accidentally just hit Alt F4 trying to Alt Tab to check the time. So give me just a second. It's a complete habit. I just immediately hit F4. I know we're almost at time anyway, so we can just call it there.
Yes. One last question about the game. Is it going to feature like some sort of ranking in the long run in the future or something?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I appreciate you asking about that because that's actually our next big milestone. So we are launching with Steam Next Fest on June 9th. And at that point, Sparkball will be a free game download. So you just pop over to the Steam page, hit download demo, and that will have matchmaking. So it's skill-based ranked matchmaking. The last time we did this was about 1.5 years ago. And when you get into like a well-balanced, skilled, hey, these people are at my exact same skill level Sparkball match, it is insanely fun. So yeah, come check out matchmaking on June 9th.
Awesome. Thank you very much. for those of our viewers out there watching right now on the BGA stream, if you want to check out Sparkball, it's free on Steam. You can check it out on Steam, or just check out their socials on X. You can check out Play Sparkball on X if you want to check out them. All right, thank you very much, Chandler. Right now, for the
Thanks
moment
for
that
having me.
people have been waiting for, we have a prize that for Sparkball, and the prize is going to be a it's going to be a battle pass for season 0. So there's only gonna be one winner for this. Whoever gets the correct answer will get a battle pass for season 0, the first season actually. All right. The question is, who is the official director of Sparks and Recreation? Do we have any takers? If anyone can answer this in the next 30 seconds, they're gonna win a battle pass for season 0. Do we have any takers? All
It's a
right.
pretty tough one.
We have from Christoph. I don't know how to pronounce the second name, unfortunately. So is it Max Chandler?
It
Congratulations.
is Max. He's laying on my legs right now.
Congratulations. This one, Christoph. Hang on, let me just check in with the form. Okay, here we go. Please fill out the form that I have sent on the comment section so Chandler can get back to you. Sparkle can get back to you ASAP, then you can claim your prize. Again, thank you so much, Chandler. I see myself actually playing this game in the long run. It looks pretty cool, and the mission looks great. The game looks actually polished, so I might see myself playing it actually. So congratulations again, Christoph, and
appreciate
thank you, Chandler, for sharing us your wonderful game.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Next up, we have I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Hordy or Jordy from Union Avatar. So welcome.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, my name is Jordi. Okay, so I'm one of the founders of Union Avatars. We have been here back in the days showcasing some of the tools that we have been developed in Union Avatars in the last years. But today I want to show you one of the latest updates that we have been built to continue improving and enhance or the digital identity of the users, okay, to give them more tools. So I'm gonna start sharing my screen. Give me just a second. Okay, here we are. I think that you can see my screen now. So yeah, first of all, for all of those that you don't know yet about Union Avatars, so as I said before, we have been presenting here different tools. The main tool that we launched like 4 years ago, it was the Avatar Maker from a selfie. The user can create an avatar in less than a second, directly with a photo of them, of the face of the user, and the avatar is fully rigged. The user can download the avatar in different file formats like GLB, VRM, and it's ready to use it in different gaming platforms or different virtual platforms that they are using avatars. But today we want to show you one of our latest creations, which is something we are calling the 3 dice. Okay. First, I want to show you a brief introduction about this tool. Okay, and then I will show you how it's work the 3 dice. So 3 dice is a customizable 3D room. As you can see here, an example, but it's powered by your AI avatar. Okay, it's a kind of new link in bio, but where the users can interact directly with the owner of this 3D room. Okay, they can click on different sections, they can interact, they can chat with the avatar, as you will see later. So we started with this idea because we have been using like for so long Um, that kind of applications like Linktree, where you can add different links to your social channels, for example, to download some PDF, other type of files. But all of that platforms, they are flat and they don't look like the so personal for the user, especially for the kind of users that we are looking for or that we are addressing this kind of platform. These kind of users, they are creators, content creators, for example, influencers, or even professional. For all of that kind of user, for that target, the first impression is what really matters for the users that they want to reach. But why I was saying before, that kind of platforms like link in bio platforms, they are not showing your fully personality, your context, or you cannot express there, or you cannot interact with the user directly. So this is the gap that we want to fill. We wanted to create a 3D space that feels personal, that feels alive, the user, and you can instantly interact or communicate with the user. Okay. So I want to show you. You can explore here the different tools or features that we offer on 3 days, on 3 days, sorry. And even you can visit some of the examples that we have in 3 days. Okay, that is one of them. One of these examples that I want to show you. Okay, for example, this is mine. And later I will show you another example. So here in 3 days, what you can find here, first of all, is a 3D space that you can move it, you can zoom in, zoom out, okay, and then the user can place like different links. Here, like for example, I have my link to my Spotify because I have different music lists that I want to share with my followers, for example. But then also I want to share with my followers, as I am also my professional social channels. I want to share also my calendar, so they can directly go to my calendar and book a meeting with me. I can add access to my LinkedIn. So you can see here that I can add like different 3D objects, and then I can add links to these 3D objects. Okay, that's more or less what we were saying before, like that kind of link in bio profiles. But here you can personalize much more, like choose the style, the color, and you can place like your different links to videos, to social channels, or portfolio, for example. And it's totally visual. Okay. And then here is the avatar that represents myself. This kind of avatar is a union avatar style, but any user can upload any type of avatar. Okay, it's compatible with GLB avatars, for example. And then one of the other good things that has the 3 dice is that direct interaction or instant interaction with the user. Okay, here you can see that we have this chat, and here I can chat directly with my avatar. I added different background to my avatar, background about the Union Avatars company, background about me, and also you can send a direct email or even schedule a call, a video call, a meeting with me through this channel, through this chat. For example, sorry, I don't know why it's. Oh. Give me a second. We are gonna try with this. Yeah, sorry. This one is another example. This 3 dice is a space that we create for one of the users that they are in our community. She's Leova, and she's a content creator. I don't know why I was trying before. And the message was showing here. Well, okay. Yeah, so you can see here that the chat in the chat you can interact with the user. You can see here, for example, I can help you get in touch with Leova, share more information about her background, about the work. Okay. So let's go to ask her something about her work. Sorry, because I don't know why it's not showing here the chat. Could you let me know more about your work, for example? So here you can see the biography of Leova in that case, with the different, well, that information. Well, she's one of the Future 50 founders and freelancers. We nominated to the Future 50. And also, let's see, can I send you an email, please? Yes, this is my email address. Yes. I want to book a meeting with you. Okay, let's try with mine. Yes. I want to book a meeting with Jordi. Yes, we are in Barcelona. So now he's asking which is the time zone that I am right now. And now he's looking for a free slot inside my agenda. And then you can see here, okay, for me, it's good at 5 p.m., for example. And now here you can see the meeting with Jordi has been successfully booked. Then I will receive an email to confirm this meeting with Jordi. We can see here the date, and the meeting is scheduled. That's one of the actions that you currently do with the 3 dice. But this is the first approach that we are doing with that kind of 3D space for content creators, for influencers, and this is the first MVP that we have. Our idea is to continue evolving this 3D space, adding more tools, adding more features, even like you can sell, for example, different products in your own 3 dice, customize fully customization of the 3 dice is something that we are currently developing to implement here, and also that the chat with the avatar, it should be more fluent, but we want to merge like this link in bio tools with these new automation tools with AI avatars, everything in the same place. Right now, we are working on a project with one of the biggest AI influencers in Spain. She's called Aitana. She reached the 500,000 followers, all in Spain, and he's working with very well-known fashion brands, for example, not only from Spain but around Europe. And we are now one of the projects of 3 days is that we are creating their own virtual space that it's fully customized to the personality of Aitana, and we hope that we can launch very soon. So I would like to recommend you to follow us on our social channel like Instagram, like Twitter, and also if you want to know more about 3 days, just go to unionavatars.com, find in our menu the 3 days, and you can get your early access right now for only $10, and it's covered the whole year. And also, if you want to know more information about this, you can write us, find us on LinkedIn, for example, or send us an email, and we will be answering all your questions.
All right, thank you so much, Jordy. This platform actually reminds me of a popular platform as well back in 2021 or 2022, but it didn't have the same AI elements as you. It had the 3D isometric, but it wasn't able to link like your specific bios, as if, for example, LinkedIn, your Twitter, and it couldn't ask questions themselves. I've also read your blog how Union Avatars is actually ahead of Fortnite, which in this case it does make sense because. If you use Union Avatars, you can basically link everything, from your personal information, your bios, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, of course, and you can ask questions as well, and even book, which I think is actually quite incredible in my opinion, because I don't think you can do that with any other types of AI, because you would have to do that manually per se. But anyway, I think this is a very interesting project. So thank you so much for showing us Union Avatars. All right, for those almost 50 viewers out there watching right now the VGA stream, if you want to check out Union Avatars and claim, start for free, is it for free or do they have to pay basically $10 just to gain access, Jordy?
We are opening the early access for every user. They just have to pay these $10 instead of $46 for a year. So they will have this early access. They will be one of the few users that they can start customizing, they can start using their 3 days. And yes, they can go to unionavatars.com and they can ask or claim for the early access there.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Jordy. So for all those 50 viewers out there watching right now the Blockchain Game Alliance stream, be sure to check out unionavatars.com for a measly price of $10 only. You can get a full access of Union Avatars. You can customize your AIs, you can add in your profiles, and etc. And I think it can do so much more in the coming days. So with that being said, thank you so much, Jordy, for sharing. And now for the moment that we've been waiting for, we're gonna give out some prizes. All right, and the prize that was gonna win, one lucky winner is gonna win 1 year of free access to 3D Eyes. Okay, so it's 1 year of free access. All right, so we have one question for you, and the only question is, actually it's multiple if you think about it, but what tasks can your AI avatar perform in 3D Eyes? So if anyone answers this correctly, we just gonna need a go signal from Jordi. If you get it correct, you'll get 1 year of free access to 3D Eyes. Do we have any takers in the next 30 seconds? If not, we're gonna raffle it out in the coming days. Let me know. Do we have any takers for 1 year of free access to 3DIs. What tasks can your AI avatar perform in 3DIs? We see we've got some common people right here from the previous demo days. Do we have any takers? Last 10 seconds. If not, we can go back later. No worries. 3, 2, 1. All right. So maybe they don't know the answer to that yet. You can definitely comment later. But right now, we have to move on with the show. So thank you so much, Jordy, for sharing Union avatars. All right. We have one answer from Romeo. Play games. Is this correct, Jordy? Sorry, you're muted.
No, sorry, it's not exactly play games.
All right, it's not play games. All right. With that being said, do we have any other answers for the next 10 seconds? If not, we're gonna move on with the next and last but not the least. Do we have any takers? All right, last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, try again. All right, now it's time to move on with the next presenter. Chat with AI. Is this correct, Jordy?
Yeah, we can say yes.
Okay, congratulations, Romeo. You have won one free 1-year access to Union Avatars. Please fill in the form. You just won a year's access of Union Avatars. Go check out and fill out the form, and then Union Avatars will be right back at you with your prize. So thank you so much, Jordy. I think the platform is actually great. I'm gonna check it out myself actually after the stream. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing it with us. All right. Last but not the least is one of our new members back in May 2 of 2025. We have Gleb from Reown. So hi, Gleb. Good morning. How are you? Good afternoon. How are you feeling?
Hello. I'm feeling excited. Thank you for having me here. Yeah, I'm a Unity lead here at Reown. We build tools to improve user experience for using Web3. We have tools for apps and wallets, and today I'll be presenting a smart session technology, which is our new innovation, and I think you'll really like it. It is part of our AppKit product, so I'll start with a brief intro of AppKit and show how exactly smart sessions can be used. So let me share my screen. All right. Yeah, so what you can see here is our demo site. You can try it for yourself at demo.reown.com. On the right side, there is an app kit, and on the left, some configuration options. So the main problem that AppKit solves is user onboarding. We allow users to connect to apps and games with different kind of wallets, be it a browser extension or mobile wallet. And for those who don't have any wallet yet, they can use social login, and they'll get an embedded wallet for free. AppKit works on all EVM chains, Solana and Bitcoin. I'll be using EVM in a Smart Session demo. And it's very customizable. You can play around here with some styling, and you can do way more from code. So this is just a small demo. Let me now connect with Google to show a few more features. So now it's connecting, and after I'm connected, I see my account screen. So here I have my ENS name. I can see my balance, which is empty, and there are a few more things here that I can do, which are also customizable over there. So one is on-ramp. So as a user, I can get crypto directly inside of the app or game. I don't need to leave to any other third-party places. There are also swaps if I need to get a token from within the game, and transaction history, and so many more. These are just very basics of what AppKit provides. Now I want to show you a common flow, how users these days, how they connect their wallets and how they interact with the chain. and later we'll explore how smart sessions can improve that. So let me now connect with OKX. So normally when I want to sign a transaction or a message, what I have to do is I have to confirm this action from my wallet, like here, which is fine if it's just one or two actions, but imagine that you have a fully on-chain game. And now for every action, you have to make a confirmation inside of a wallet. And yeah, so it adds a lot of clicks for the user and a lot of additional wait time. And it gets even more worse on mobile platforms, because on mobile, wallets are completely separate applications. So if you have a mobile game that wants to make a transaction, maybe to transfer a token, the player will have to leave that game, open a wallet, you'll have to wait for a wallet to load, confirm, and go back to the game. And the more actions your game has, the more times the players will have to leave and change the context and jump back and forth. So the user experience isn't great. And actually, with games, what can happen is that if a game is really resource intensive, if you have a lot of 3D graphics and maybe it's even a multiplayer game, when you leave a game to the wallet on a low-end device and you spend some time inside of wallet, maybe you need to scan your Face ID and then you need to confirm the transaction. By this time, the operating system might have already killed your previous app, which was your game. So when player gets back from wallet into the game, they'll have to wait again for the game to restart. And yeah, so it's not great. And smart sessions are designed to improve that. The demo application that I'll be showing you is a simple tic-tac-toe game. I'll be playing against the server. There is a smart contract deployed on a base Sepolia, and all moves that we make, me and the server, are written into a smart contract. So I'm already here connected with a smart account, and I hit the start game. The first thing that we see is a permission request screen. To create a smart session, players give a certain permission to the game to make actions on their behalf. In this case, the permission is a smart contract call. There is a contract address and the make move function, and this permission will be valid for 24 hours. So what it means is that me as a player, I allow this game to make a call to the make move function on my behalf for 1 day, and I don't need to confirm these transactions, so please take care of that automatically. So I'll approve and explain how these permissions work in a second. Okay, so the approval worked and the smart session was created. Now for a little bit of technical details, what happens under the hood is that we use a standard called ERC7715 to build and validate these permissions. And there are different kinds of permissions. So the one that we just saw was a smart contract call, but there are more. So there is a native token transfer permission or ERC20 transfer permission. So what you can do with that is, for example, if you have a game with on-chain hard currency, that is ERC20 token, and you want to allow players to spend the token inside of your game, you have a few ways you can do that. So one is just the very basic implementation is that players connect their wallet, and when they need to spend a token, when they want to buy something, they get redirected into a wallet and they confirm the transaction, which works, but again, it's not a great user experience. Another option is to try to improve the user experience so that players don't need to leave a game. And the way you can do that is to have some kind of embedded wallet. It can be on your server or it can be locally, but again, it means that players will need to transfer token from whatever wallet they use into this game wallet which can be custodial or not. They may be able to recover these funds or not. Yeah, that creates a fragmentation. So now they need to remember that they have these tokens in different places. They need to constantly update their in-game balance, and depending on the way that embedded wallet is implemented, it can also have some security risks. And with smart sessions, the user experience is that when player opens the game, they just granted permission for the game to use this specific token, and they don't need to confirm these transactions. It's also possible here to set up an allowance, so I can give permission to only use 100 tokens, and then I can issue a new permission. And if I don't want the game to have this permission anymore, I can revoke it at any time. So there are more types of these permissions. There are for NFTs, and the smart contract call is the most flexible one, because it works with any smart contract. You can give permissions to specific functions. So if you have maybe you have a custom NFT implementation, so you can give a game permission to mint NFTs, but maybe not to transfer them. Or it can be just a game contract with some game logic on chain, and you can go really deep with that. So back to our tic-tac-toe game. Let me make my first move. So as I said before, every move is actually a transaction, so we need to wait a little bit. The blockchain that we use here is Base Sepolia. So I made my move. Now the server makes its own transaction, and we can see that both moves were made. Just to prove you I'm not lying, so this is the blockchain explorer. Here you can see that a few things happened in the last 3 minutes. One is the game was created, this action was followed by 2 moves. One is my move, and the second is the move of the server. And you can see that game ID here is 126, and it's 126. So these are our moves. This is the so-called synchronous action, because a player has to actually interact with the game to make these transactions, but it's also possible to make completely asynchronous and automated actions. One example that we have in our documentation is a dollar cost average application, where users give app permissions to invest their tokens with a certain strategy, maybe buy ETH for $10 every hour or every day, and then it runs completely automatically. This is great for AI agents, because you can give agents permissions to use some of your funds or call some of the contracts. But again, you have RC 7715 to limit what the agents can do. And there are actually even rate limiting permission types, so you can define how many actions these agents can make at all. All right, so here you can see that I won, which is nice. Yeah, and I guess that's it. That's my demo of Smart Sessions. We currently have it in early alpha. You can find more information in the docs. We have multiple samples, and we'll have a full release in June with a security audit. And in June, it's coming not only to the web, but also to Unity game engine. So if there are any game developers interested in trying Smart Sessions, please feel free to reach out. I'm available on BJ Telegram group, Discord, and you can also hit me on Twitter. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Cliff. And yes, I agree with all of the points that you've presented, especially if you're a Web3 gamer. You have encountered once or twice, especially when you're playing a session, you would have to open up your wallet, and after 10 minutes, it logs you out. You have to type in your password again, especially if you're using like a password manager, and the password is actually a bunch of random symbols and whatnot. It can get pretty a bad experience in my opinion. Or maybe if you're after something or you're trying to mint a token and you missed it just because the session closed and you have to confirm your wallet again or something like that. These types of issues are very common in the Web3 gaming world. So I agree. So I think this smart session actually fixes that, so that once you approve one smart session, you won't have to you click and click again just to approve the transaction. And I love how you can simply just put a cap on how much are you going to spend. That way you won't be worried about automatically spending much or maybe overspending. So I think these smart sessions is actually a great way. So yeah, with that being said, for those people out there right now, all of our 57 viewers watching right now the Blockchain Game Alliance stream, if you're a developer or a game studio, and if you want to check out Reown, I will be linking their website right now here in the comments below. So be sure to check out reown.com/appkit if you want to check out their smart sessions. I don't know, Gleb, is this free to use or is there a pricing to it? I forgot to ask. Sorry.
Yeah, there is no additional price for smart sessions.
All right. So the kit is actually free to use for everyone right now.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you heard it, folks. It's free to use. Be sure to check out reown.com/appkit. And now for the moment that we have been waiting for, the prizes. And the prize is going to be a high priority support AppKit integration for Unity-based games or apps. So if you are a game developer or maybe even just a game studio watching right now during this live, no worries. If not, you can also check out the AppKit, or if you're just a hobby yourself, you can gain access for a high priority support using Reown. So the question for this specific prize, I think it was discussed a few minutes back, if I'm not mistaken. Which Ethereum standard enables apps to request permissions from my wallet, such as token transfers or rate limits, without requiring a separate user confirmation for each transaction? I know it's a bit long, but long story short, too long didn't read. What type of Ethereum standards enables apps to request permissions from a wallet? You know, just gain full access without having to worry about any type of security issue or whatnot. So do we have any takers in the next 1 minute? If not, don't worry. We can still raffle this out for those people out there who aren't able to watch the live right now. All right, we have another one. Is it ERC7715, Gleb? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Congratulations, Romeo. 2 wins in a row. So congratulations. So people have been paying attention in this stream. So I'm happy to hear that actually. All right, so you just won yourself a high priority support AppKit integration in Unity Base. So you better get your game ready, Romeo. All right, so please feel free to fill out this form, and then Gleb from Reown team will get back to you at ASAP. All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much, folks, for being here today. I enjoyed and I actually learned a lot, especially to your different projects here. It's actually quite exciting as well of what we're building actually in the Web3 space, not just in gaming, especially Union Avatars, Reown, and of course Sparkwall. I will be checking out after this stream. So thank you so much, everyone, Gleb, Jordy, and of course Chandler. With that being said, thank you for being part of the Blockchain Team Alliance, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.